Hey, good chat. I mean, I was not sure if I wanted to wear the gamer goggles, but I'm putting them on. My eyes are actually already starting to hurt a little bit, so don't mind that. Yeah, we're back. DSP, Dyson Sphere. This game has been so addicting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a lot of time where I'm like, I want to just like play it, but I don't want to do too much off stream with the planet. And obviously I could set up like a new save for myself, but actually that reminds me. I've been meaning to go in and delete a really old save that I'm not using. I mean, I say really old, it's not that old. I've been meaning to delete that one. And now I have. So future me is here now to deal with the problems that are oil. That's mostly what we're looking to do. We need more sulfuric acid. We need more plastic. And to get both of those things, we need more refined oil. So we're gonna spend a lot of time just upgrading oil. We need more. I'm probably gonna upgrade belts around a lot of oil stuff so that we get more stuff moving. And possibly creating like a giant oil plant to just process so much. We don't need hydrogen that much. We have that coming in off planet now. So I do think I need to make a couple more of those things so that we can have more like fire ice coming in, because that's been kind of slow, and also so we can have more hydrogen that we can use, because we're gonna need a lot of hydrogen coming up here. A lot of the stuff we're going to be making soon for green science uses so much hydrogen. So we're going to need as much hydrogen as we can get. But that's also where the faster belts come into play. Let's get into it. Really, that's all we have left is like green science and then making a Dyson sphere. Like, that's it. Which we could like technically start working on a Dyson sphere pretty soon, what I remember. Right? This requires quantum chips, but like that's it. Like once we get quantum chips, we can start shipping Dyson spheres. Oh. Yeah, I guess I am able to research into this, even though I can't because I don't have green science, but the quantum, or the gravity matrix rather, is our next big step. And the next big thing to work on. And we need quantum chips, which is going to require these wave function interfaces, which requires these crystals, which requires a lot of hydrogen, graphene, we need more of that, and titanium crystals, which uses these like earth crystal things, which we need more of those. There's also the high strength glass, which is just water, titanium, and glass. That's easy. So, yeah. Also, better smelter. I might consider making it. I don't know what that fourth resource is, so I don't know how we would even go about it. Right now, stuff. I know. Yeah, Drive Engine 4. We just unlocked. We gained Mech Warp. I don't think we can actually use it yet. I think we actually need to make some of these things. These space warpers. Used to activate warp of mecha and logistic vessel. So we need those to do warp drive stuff. But I'm assuming that means we can start exploring other galaxies and using the warp drives to ship things from other galaxies to our galaxy and vice versa. So we might be able to have an easier time doing a lot of that now, but we can deal with that in a little bit. I want to try to get stuff situated on this planet before we start trying to look at other. We almost have all of the primary research in the tree here, right? There's a few things that are kind of like we don't need, like the photon mining or plane smelting, or even quantum printing. We don't really need any of that. Or even like the Proliferator Mark III. We don't need that either, really, but we definitely need these. Maybe not necessarily this one. We definitely need this. And then we have to get, like, if we want to quote unquote beat the game, we have to get to here. But which the universe matrix is going to be an absolute pain. What it's looking like. This is why I want to make sure our science is like all being produced at the same rate. Just kind of like hit a benchmark and call it good. Because in order to make the universe matrices, right, we need one of everything, plus also the like dark matter, or whatever it is, or antimatter. So I want to have that going. But here we are at our hydrogen plant that is overflowing. Our hydrogen fuel plant that is overflowing. We have so much hydrogen coming in now that I actually am going to really. I'm actually going to expand this since I can. Right? Like 5 more in, or 6 more in. Actually, where are the inputs? There. Try to offset it so it's relatively exact. Yeah. Gonna increase our power production a little bit here. Obviously not like the best. Excuse me. Yeah, but with so much hydrogen fuel lying around, we might as well use it up. Right? We're producing like so much of it because we have so much extra hydrogen coming through. Might as well use it for something. We're not storing like any graphene, which is a problem. So we need to get some storage of that. Which we need to make like a little bit more of it. I think, if I remember right, we have a little plant for it, but it's not doing too great because the fire ice is being kind of slow. Why I wanted to make more of these guys. Which shouldn't be too hard. A lot of those resources are going to be pretty available to us. I like some refined oil on me, and I've got some hydrogen too. Go ahead and flap those there. Alright, there we go. But yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult because we have the automated capacity filling stuff over here going on. Right, these are charging up. A whole slew of these. Oh my god. Honestly, let's grab all 50 and then an extra 10 here so we can get 3 more of these. I don't know if I have all of the resources for 3 more of these, but find out. So I need the Mark III engine. I don't know, like a bunch. Perfect, 3 more. And then what's in there? Sick. These are actually just being made here. Yeah. What are these using? Tier 2 engines, magnets. Okay. So, as that's being crafted, I can worry about setting that up soon. Yes, I was right. We will need warp drive things. Okay. This is processors. What is this handling? It's handling well, actually. Looks like it's exact. Like it's doing exactly as much as it can. Maybe a little less. But we need a little bit more of these guys. Looks like the copper's kind of slow. Which is a little concerning. That's a full belt of copper, so perhaps we need to increase our belt capacity. Like our belt speed, right? I mean, if we put in upgrade to Mark IIs, right, that gets us more copper. And more copper means more components. More components means more processors. But also, I think our processors are okay. Maybe they're not. I think they're relatively fine, but On further inspection, maybe not. Maybe we could do a couple more. That means we need more copper over here. And we're currently using exactly a full belt, so I need like another miner to inject a little bit more in. Technically 2 more miners if we want to make it exact, but I don't think I want it to be quite exact. I think I want to just get another like this foundation. You know what? Autosave. Just connect this foundation up over to here. I wasn't joking when I said eventually this planet will just be a giant concrete ball. That's going to be the case. It's going to happen, mark my words. Eventually all we will have is concrete. Take that as you will. Now, unfortunately, unlike Factorio, concrete doesn't seem to give any real movement speed bonuses like it does in that game. There's actually like reason to use concrete and stuff in Factorio, since you actually do gain a movement speed buff if you're walking on it. Okay. I don't need those. Upgrade the belt. I want this to kind of come in as far back as it can, because I need to add in a few more machines. At least one. Probably need more. But I need more concrete down so we can actually pour in. Okay. We'll put in like 3. Okay, kind of like that. Duck. Okay. Green belt, green belt. It's still kind of backing up a little bit, but it should be getting us more copper in, which should easily back up over here. Yep. This is also a situation where, like, instead of having the double belt, we can just have 1 tier 2 belt, which is exactly what I'm going to do here. Since the whole purpose of the double belt was to feed all of this, but with a tier 2 belt, it'll do exactly that. The real question, though, is if we're going to actually have enough. Put some of it in there. I'll keep some on me, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, we're almost done with all of our upgrades here. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have... I might need to bring in another secondary belt here. I think that's actually about all we can handle. So I am curious. I know upgrading this belt's not really gonna do anything. It's not gonna stop me though. But just because there's not enough stuff moving here. We're not making enough to do it. I guess in theory, right? With a fully doubled belt, I could fully double this up, running another silicon line. Technically, it's not a like true double belt on the copper, but it's close enough. But I could potentially do something like that. Run a completely secondary factory adjacent to this one. Like that. Yeah, that would work. Production. I don't have a lot of these though. I won't do a full second run. Just because we got some awkward spacing stuff here. In fact, I think some of these aren't actually going to be able... I don't think I'm going to be able to pull in on some of these. Oh, actually I can. Sick. I'll have to do some adjusting there. There we go. We need a little bit of power. Actually, should be like a power pole there, there. There and there. And then we just run output line and connect it up to here. It'll certainly increase our amount of silicon components. And now we're in that awkward stage of there's not enough room. Right? I need to move this. I need to move this entire thing. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'll move this whole thing. I'm not going to bother messing with that. I'm going to let these pump out what they have, and then we just tear it down. I need to move it up. I need a little bit more space. I think the plan here is going to be outputting here. Yeah, that should work. That might be a little close, so I'll move it a space over just in case. 3, leave a space, 2, 3. Kind of redo our belts a little. I need this entire. I need a lot of that to be flipped. I want it to come here, across. Right, and then we need this. Come up like so. There we go. Power, power, power. Let me tell this to make processors. And then we can increase our production now. Oh my god, power poles. I always get stuck on them. Just bring that in there. This guy's just export. Not powerful. That's why we left the space just in case. And I'll upgrade that. It shouldn't make a difference. This should be about the same as it was before. You know, it's just now we have way more. You can also see that there's clearly not a full tier 2 belt. We could actually probably do more as well. This looks like it needs some upgrades, actually. It looks like they're stopping every once in a while. Upgrade all of this. Wow, that actually was the problem. It's just that they weren't getting enough stuff in. Okay. Well, we fixed it. That or it's completely backed up over here. But that's fine. We're gonna add more in anyways, so I don't have enough to do a whole line, but I'll do at least 3 more. Over 3 of these guys. And then grab inserters. Like so. Then I will grab another belt here. Have it jump over. And check. There we go. But I'm not going to clean that up because we're going to add more in there, I think. I just want to make sure that this is all running properly, but should be. I need to go restock on resources anyways. That should be getting us a lot more processors coming in, so that's good. I need to go restock, which I know our tier 2 assemblers are kind of... Oh, okay, never mind. We got a bunch of them in. I guess a graphene shipment came in. I wonder if telling it to have 100 of them is actually going to be a problem. Maybe I should tell it to have more than 100 for everything here. Like 300 on all of them. Kind of thinking about it, that's probably a smarter call. Those. Okay, back over to processors, upgrade those. Did I upgrade this? No, I didn't. I probably should. If for no reason other than for the increased capacity. Alright. This whole processor plant is insane. Six more. Thank you, phone. It's just telling me about my mobile dashboard. Yeah, I think we need to increase circuit. That is what it's looking. A lot of this isn't gonna get it. But it'd kind of mostly be these, like, 12 over here. Definitely the circuits. Which are struggling with iron, surprisingly. So we'll need to increase the iron over here a bit. I don't know if this will actually just like work on its own. or if I'm gonna need to make some changes here. Like add in another miner. Yeah, I'm gonna need more miners. Okay. I mean, there's plenty of room for more miners, so it's not that big. Need to move that down a little bit. Need to do this number. Some slight input malfunction here. Okay. Then we just need one more miner over on this side. That should get us twice the iron. Means we can now do more here. We're gonna need at least double the copper. Not that there's really a lot of copper to go around over here. A lot to change, but it's worth it. That should hopefully be enough. So let's get those going for now. Get all of those going. Yeah. That's starting to back up a little bit. You add in. Let's say maybe 3 more. Actually quite know if that's gonna be enough. This needs to be moved. That needs to be moved. Not deconstruct. There we go. I'm a little concerned about the copper. I think the iron should be okay. I might be using a little too much iron. Hey.
You have unlocked the logistics carrier engine level 4. It allows the logistics vessel to warp, but they will consume 2 space warpers back and forth to transport cargo. So needs to make sure there are enough space warpers in the interstellar logistics station at any time.
Well, I think you random AI. There we go. So that should increase our processors a bit. Which was not the main thing that we worked on. That ended up being the thing we worked on just because I happened to be over here. And we kind of need, I mean, we need more processors anyway, so they're going to be used a lot. And they already are being used a lot, so we need a lot more of them moving forward. So, probably a good thing we cut out and did this real quick. While I am over. A little bit of iron and copper ore on me. Back that out of there. Alright. Cool. It was working very well. It actually looks like we could probably get away with doing a little bit more. But, I mean, we got 20 times 18, like 180 a minute. That should be pretty decent. All right, 180 a minute. I don't know if we're really going to be using more than that currently, but that's pretty good. Okay, this is steel. There's the graphite for the plastic, which is struggling with oil. Not really sure how to go about fixing oil. I mean, outside of just like adding more of this, I don't really know what else to do. And then these things are just using fire ice, but the fire ice is like not coming in for some reason. But that's all this is doing. This is just fire ice and so hydrogen that comes through and gets us a little bit more refined oil. Obviously, the easy way to do with this is we have other oil reserves not too far from here, right? Oil there. I think there's some more too, yeah, there. A lot of oil nearby, oil here. So the easy thing to do is just add more oil plants. Kind of have the, kind of run into this loop here, but I don't know, it's a little weird. But it looks like we could probably support one more over here too. But I also don't want this to just necessarily be constantly running. I need, what? I need half a second. I need 2 a second right now, and it's currently mining out 2.8 a second. But it should have some over, which is good. Like, I mean, I could get away with one more. Without it being problematic. Just based on that math. Oh. Yeah, it'd probably help if that had some power to it. There we go. I think it was a little bit more. Not much. I mean, these things make what? 1 hydrogen and 2 refined. So that gives us a guaranteed 5 uses of these plants. Or 5 of these plants for sure. So I'm gonna go pick up some hydrogen fuel cells real quick. This is still completely backed up, which you love to see, actually, though. We can definitely add even more in here. So I shall. I mean, power has been a struggle for who knows how long, so adding in a little bit more, probably not a bad call. Alright, there we go. And then I need to go to the gas giant. I have a few more things at the... Those look so cool. We need more fire eyes. I thought, you know, we'd be making a bunch of it, but apparently, or getting a bunch of it, but apparently we're not getting nearly as much as I thought we. All my drones are back. Looks like they are. Cool. So these are going to be making 50. We're full on hydrogen. Was that stopped? No, it's still okay. So they still collect even if they're full. That's good. Good to know. Head back to wherever that is. Gas giant is always so confusing to be around. Oh, Dyson sphere is looking so cool. Like, actually though, it looks so good. Alright. Oh, sulfuric acid, huh? Probably need more. I don't necessarily want to pull... Actually... No, it would make sense to pull that. Wait, upgrade this tower to a big tower? One, it'd have a little bit more storage anyways. Two... I could have it pull in the fire ice. We could use the fire ice for the graphene over here. And then we could also have it store sulfuric acid. Since we're making a bunch of it over here, we might as well use it for something, right? And then the hydrogen over here is being used for this stuff. This whole deuterium thing. Creating our deuterium fuel rods. Which are actually doing quite good. Wow, we have made a lot, huh? I mean, these do not run out. Mind if I add a couple more power heat? Speed belt anything here? Just that's fair. I feel like we need a lot. Right, I mean, these things just... they rock. But we are kind of playing an RNG game here, right? It's roughly a 1% chance. Some of these are I'm hovering a little under, a little over. Kind of 0.8. Oh. But we're getting a lot. We're kind of stockpiling some deuterium here too. We have a lot. That's good. We're using up all of this resource. Which is exactly what we want to be doing. So let's do that. I'm actually going to increase forward here a little bit. Not like a crazy amount. But mostly I just want to get this out of my inventory. Okay. So this is going to be a nightmare to set up, but it'll be worth it. These are outputs. Yes. Okay, so what is this taking? This is demanding iron and then supplying Mark IIs. Yeah. I know it's going to be an absolute nightmare. It's worth it though, I think, in the long run. It's right there. Okay. So you are going to store these. You are going to these. You are going for this, and then request that and request. I'll give it all the drums and stuff I have. Put a bunch of stuff in it. Collect as much as I can. Store what I can. Probably should have waited until I stored everything before I able to demand things, but that's fine. Having a bit of excess iron is not a bad thing. Turbines, and everything that's left. I mean, I got like a good chunk. Dump a little bit in there. Not all. Alright, no, that's fine. That's good. Alright. Input, inputs. Iron out. Iron out. And then I need to come over here to graphene. Basically completely remove all of this. Don't need any of this graphite here anymore. So that's coming from needs to move. I don't need that anymore, so I can just send that somewhere else, I guess. And then pyrite. We'll have two of these numbers. Oh, that was weird. One or two spaces back then. Easily make more graphene too if we need to in the future. And then I need to tell this to swap the recipe to. Oh, I gotta get the hydrogen out of here too. I think I've got a little bit of time here before anything even begins to show up. Yes, yes, yeah. The hydrogen should be easy. We basically just tell it to join up over here. We just need a secondary line for that. A second output line. The hydrogen. Have it kind of come up. Well, it's kind of link here, I think. So, there. Just spaghetti our way over, it's fine. That's what I do best. Just go straight. Sheesh. I swear, sometimes game. Sometimes the belt move or the belt construction in this game is all kinds of weird. Oh yeah, our power's probably struggling because this thing is charging up, huh? I don't have to pick up more sulfuric acid, didn't I? Yep. Alright. And then I just tell this. Come down here. Do that number. There we go. Gets us some extra sulfuric acid in the tank. Not much, but yeah. In this situation, every little bit's gonna help us. There we go. Nice steady stream of some sulfuric acid. Again, not a lot, but enough. I might need more water. Of course, I don't have a water pump. Can I just make one? I probably have the resources on me to make one. I don't have the stone. So, you don't see this. Nobody saw that. You didn't see anything. Shut up. We didn't just manually mine resources this late in the game. I would never do that. Manually mining resources? That sounds like a terrible thing to do. Who would ever? Certainly not me. I would never do that. But hopefully give us enough water here. Obviously, our power is being a little janky right now. I don't know if it's just because the tower over here is charging, or if there's something else going on. I'm sure once this is fully charged, we'll have a better clue of what's going on with our power. Just oil there too, if you need it. Steady stream of sulfuric acid coming in, though. And that is a supply. It is getting steadily siphoned out. Oh my god. Like, the moment a drone can take some, it is immediately tipping it off somewhere. Which is good. I want to make that clear. That's a good thing. Okay. Let's keep doing some upgrades, I think. Can't do drive engine. Core maybe? No, we need green for that. Could get more movement speed. Never a bad thing. A little expensive, though. We want more full technology. Right? I mean, solar cell life we don't really need, I don't think. Probably worth it, but really need it. They last very long right now anyways. I think like logistic carrier stuff, capacity, you can't get any of that. Vein utilization, I think that one's probably worth it. Probably have a decent amount of purple stockpile right now. This is going to require, review the vein or suspensions in 6 light years. Okay. That'll be useful, so we can start searching for a new location. For warp 2 when we start working on that. And that's, I think, it. I mean, I'll get but our purple science should be up and running a little bit more now, because we should be making a lot more stuff that it needs. Just because they've kind of gone through, like, redone a bunch of things here. Oh, there's some fire ice coming in. Interesting that, like, all 10 of these cargo ships are here, but they're not getting any fire ice. I don't know what's up with that. But fire ice is moving. Weird that has to be angled like that, but sure. That's a little bit of extra hydrogen over here, but it's not that big of a deal. Since the stuff is actually moving again, we're getting a lot more resources over here too. I can start running that as a demand again. Power's gonna be a little janky for a little bit. If I ever want to upgrade this sulfuric, I can, and probably will. Certainly could. Making sure I don't have anything weird on my inventory. Alright, cool. This is gonna drain really fast because we're definitely not making as much as we're running through. I think I'd like to try to make a full belt, which I need to wait for power to like stabilize. I wonder if this has something to do. Ethereum steel rods. Are those? Do those like stop? Oh, they're super keeping up. Wow, they are incredibly keeping up. Okay, let's make more. And like honestly, like mine as well. I think maybe I should have more than one of these working at this point now. The hunch. But I think I can fit one more in here without actually having to do too much or anything. Yeah, that should work. It'll be a little awkward. In the worst case scenario, I think I just do this. I'm gonna pick up more of these soon. I mean, these are crafted so slowly, though. But having two of these working should be good. Do I need these for anything? While I'm thinking about it, like, do these make anything? Or they just looks like they're just. I'll take a look at the tech tree though, because they might be. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. It is probably just its own thing. Yeah, no, it's just purely for power. Alright, sick. I think I've got like one or two more of those. Okay. We need a little bit more, so. I think our generation capacity is like 260, and our demand is like 300 something right now. I am assuming that's partially because it's not charged. So I think that's because it's constantly sending drones out, so it's constantly spending charge. Like slowly going up, kind of, not really. I'm gonna tell it to stop so it can charge up. Oh, my wallpapers are doing some weird stuff. I think it's been an hour? What the heck? I swear, this game. I mean, really just these kinds of games in general. Like, you really can just, like, get lost for hours on end. It's so easy. I need more critters. They're gonna be over here, I believe. That's science, yeah, so mall should be this way. How's our processors doing? Are they actually stockpiling any? No. They're all being consumed like crazy. Not surprising though. Just here. If I need more fire ice, I can do that too. I don't understand why the fire ice is being like so slow. Like everywhere that I'm requesting it, it's just like not being brought in for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. Like it's coming in here, no problem. But even then, like it's also like it's not. Yeah. Okay. Well, like, some of it's being shipped in. I don't know why that's so. Oh. Makes sense. It might be a thing with the planet, like it has to be like on a certain side or whatever for fires to come in, and because I'm consuming it so quickly elsewhere, it's just not like actually stockpiling anywhere. I think I have a few too many power generators up here. Actually, thinking about it, that should have been done a while ago. Okay. Mall's over here. No. Mark IIs, have a bunch of those. Have some belts too. I'll pop off on those. Okay, back over to where we were. It was like over here. Over here. I don't remember where it was. It was right here. Yes. Oh yeah, I also need to move this. Move this. But where is this heading from? I remember this is heading from like way over here. Where like all the yeah. I really was like just here. I've done what I can of that. You're just not getting it. I don't know why. Oh, there's a bunch in transit. Oh, not in transit, no. Yeah, why does this not want to send the big cargo ships out for fire ice? That's what I don't understand. Kind of weird. When I'm service at local demand, it would grab them like crazy from the one tower. I don't understand why it's. Let's take a look. Do a little bit of research. Fire up. Orbital collector. I guess maybe I should look more into the orbital collector rather. So how do I? Interesting. Also, the orbital stations also get a boost from vein mining. Or the vein utilization stuff, that's cool. Functions much like an interstellar logistics station. So it should be using the big guy, right? The big cargo ships. But it's just not doing it. So weird. I don't understand why it's not sending cargo ships out. That's the thing. I don't think setting it to local demand is correct. Because then I'm just pulling from the other station. I'm just grabbing it out of that one. I'm gonna be running on that. Get some of it out of my inventory. Might as well use it. That's what I'm looking for. This one. Even this one's not really getting like any cargo in. I don't understand why not. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't be getting cargo. Then clearly it should be. Oh, local demand. $420 coming in? From where? Hmm. $12.15. Maybe it does need to be local demand. Interesting. It doesn't sound right, but it certainly looks like it's right. That's power. Power's great. Right now it doesn't. It's just not gonna get anything. Like, it should be taking some. Minimum load of vessel. I see. Let's say 50%. We need all of this coming in. Nice to see that these are all working exactly as intended. Almost all. It's crazy that all of this is just to make one Tier 1 belt worth. But that should now start getting fire ice in like crazy. Yep. It's not gonna last very long, but it will certainly be there. Okay. Now, back to what I was doing, which was upgrading this. Twice as... Can it support twice as much? I don't know, probably not, but when has that ever stopped me before? Did not do that. There we go. A little bit more. I don't know if it'll be a constant 6 seconds worth, but... or 6 per second, but... at least give us more. Well, actually, so we're not getting enough stone in. Of all the things, I'm actually a little shocked it's the stone. That's an easy fix. Let's put in a third miner. Although actually I might not even need to. I think this is doing just fine. So that's probably because there's a backlog, right? Actually? No, okay, that's just a backlog. One more actually looks like it'll be more than enough though. Perfect. Now we just need to make sure everything else is... looks like the oil might not be here. Which is not surprising, but definitely disappointing. Yeah, getting refined oil in this game is actually just a pain. That's what I've noticed. That's actually supports all of this? That's crazy. Mighty Tyrion. Oh, this backed up because I'm not using deuterium fast enough, huh? Yeah, okay. We could definitely use more fusion power plants. I think I'll probably start tearing down some of the other stuff. With like graphite-based ones. I think just for the sake of making it a little bit faster, I'm gonna upgrade Tues. I don't know if that got all of it. Didn't quite hit all of it. I don't care too much about moving the hydrogen though. But I could set up a refining thing here. We got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, and they make. I could run 6 of those plants. I would need to get coal in here. I could run 6 plants. creating more refined oil. We don't need this much hydrogen over here. We're kind of also applying a little bit through the graphene over here, which has completely stopped again because it's not being used. Okay, that's fine. If it's just not getting used enough, that's okay. It's giving us a little bit of extra hydrogen. I'm gonna upgrade that, just so I can get all of that moving at the same speed. But yeah, I think that would be a smart decision. Move that power line, but that's okay. Kind of like pop this belt up a little bit. Move it along here. Actually, we can just have it go in like that instead. Okay. And then our refinery. We can support 6 of these for sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's gonna be a problem. We'll just exclusively use Tier 2 belt. Oh, there's no reason not to, right? But I need to find a way to get some coal over here. Which we do have this, but I'm not storing raw coal anywhere I'm aware of. So I would need to bring coal in. Actually, you know what? I think I know where the closest place is, and it's here. This is not being used for anything anymore. I'm just gonna tear that down. Tear all that down. Okay, never mind, that's backed itself up again. Where's some of those going? With raw coal. Alright, and then I need this. Gotta come back up this way. Autosave coming through. A long way to go for the coal, but I don't even know how that happened. Oh, that's too close. Gotta move some of this thing. How's that too close? I'll never understand how a building can be too close. That's gonna change this a little bit. Yeah, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to reach the lanes now. Yep. Again with this, huh? What if I do it like this? What if I put it sideways? Is that still too close? No. Okay, so it's not too close if it's sideways. I think I have a lot more space that way, though. But if it's like this, it's too close. Oh. Alright, well, we can only support 6 of these anyways, so... it'll be kind of jank looking. I have to be... kind of like that. Alright. There. At least gets it all working. I should probably go make sure the drones get belt done, huh? My vertical construction is probably useful, but I don't really care. I'll sure, because we can. We're not gonna need a lot of coal, I don't think, so 1 miner should actually be more than enough. Alright, so that brings the coal in. I have to say this has to go this far over, though. Take quite a while for the coal to get here. Hey. A little bit more movement speed. Once the coal's here, this should start working. Here, where is it? Oh, it's coming. Alright, cool. It'll give us a little bit more refined oil. Not a lot, but... you know, enough. Alright. Cool. There we go. Nice, deuterium is going through again, making more of it. How did we completely backed up the deuterium? I think we're gonna see any hydrogen going through anymore, but we should see a lot more refined oil go through. I don't know if that's gonna make much of a difference, but looks like it has. I think we're making just a little bit more sulfur. Not a lot more, but a little bit more. Strangely enough, the speed at which this can get stoned is actually the problem. It's a situation where having a Mark III could actually be good. And we could do it. We have what, like 4 machines here? I'll just like handcraft that. Oh, I'm making it. This is definitely we could do this in our little area there. Over by the wall, and we probably should. Start setting up Mark IIIs or whatever. Making sure the stone input on these ones is as fast as possible so they're constantly running is good. We're gonna devour the stone up a little bit just because he's got to kind of like pick up, but it should start to figure itself out. I'm not getting quite a consistent hits per second, but I'm getting a little bit more. That's good. Like all completely loaded up on stone. It's just the refined oil it looks like that they're having trouble with now. Perhaps the water could be a little bit faster too, but looks like the water's fine. It's just the oil. Which, I mean, it's always the oil. Just need more. What we could do is instead of using the hydrogen like this, we could have this hydrogen like essentially just come in over here, right? Or at least have some of it. That might not be a terrible version. Right. It'll create a slightly more consistent line. And we could support more of these if we wanted to that way. So obviously we can't exactly do that right now. It'll get more of the hydrogen moving through. Being useful, right? Because we don't... Because thinking about it, right, this is requesting the hydrogen. But we don't really need this hydrogen moving into here. Right, this is purely to, like, supplement. And this is built literally just so that we would have somewhere to store it and figure out later. So we could make other stuff. But we could throw in more of these if we wanted to. I'd probably want to move the belts down a space or two, though, so we could get these facing the other direction. That way we can actually do more with this. Let's do it. All this out. But I need this to be better. So if I want it to work as intended here. Right, that's too close, right? But this is too far. We need 3 in. I'd have it go like this. Right, so instead of building on the way that I am, I could try to build that some more like in there. A little bit more like this. Right, that should be fine. That should be fine, and that should be fine. Okay. So that's the plan then. Do something like this. And then the coal. A little awkward because I don't want to have it jump just for the sake of essentially doing this, but eh. Oh wait, but we need the oil to be on the inside. That complicates things a little bit more. Okay. There. That works. This is not the best place to be building it. I gotta put a whole bunch of foundation down over here. Which, I mean, whatever. Fine. More foundation is fine. Okay. That's not. So I've got 6. Plus 4 for 10. Let's make a little bit more, so we'll say about 12. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. 10, 11. Of course, I'm going a little bit. I'll leave it a little bit of room for expansion, but not much. I don't think we really want to be expanding this crazy amount. That's the hydrogen. That can go up to there. Then the coal just needs to go up. Okay. Progress. Kind of. Oh, man. Ugh. Tedium. Okay, though. The name of this game. The name of all these games, really. Just slightly tedious stuff. But perhaps I should play some of the other ones that I have. But I have a bunch of these kinds of games. Whoops! Thankfully it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, I gotta redo all the on it. There's a lot of them out there. It's kind of become like a genre of its own, which is honestly really cool. As someone who's a fan of these kinds of games. Very, very neat to see them kind of come together like this. Effectively become their own kind of game. Well, you know, a lot of people like them too. Not just me. They really have kind of just like become their own genre. I am 100% okay with that. Just that one? Yeah, it's because that one is in a different spot than the other ones. There we go. There's like nothing else in here that I really want to grab, or that I can grab that. Or only because these don't take purple, I'm gonna grab those. Of course I want to take some green. Green. I'll grab this one more solar cell. I don't think we need it. We'll take it. And I think that's all I'm going to do here for now. On this sort of search for now. I'll try to get as much of the research as I can, but once we start gearing up for white science, that's kind of it, you know? And then as those kind of progress, we'll do the thing, right? Let's take about like 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't know. Hard to tell. They shouldn't take too long. We're kind of devouring the hydrogen, but that's okay. That's kind of the goal here, is to use up the hydrogen. Getting a lot more refined oil coming through now. I don't know if it's enough to supply all of these. Why are you not running? You're not getting enough water. You know, I thought the water would be a problem. Need a few more pumps then. You don't see any of this. You're not seeing anything. Don't worry about it. Nothing is happening right now. You didn't see anything. Alright, cool. I have some of the deuterium. Right, yeah. We'll just put some in there. A little bit of water on them. I think it's from upgrading the belts. Gathering? Not done crafting. So much energy to craft now. And nowhere to put it. Hopefully that's better for the water. It's more. I mean, I don't know how does this make? 70 a minute? Yeah, well, 6? A lot. There's not a full, you know, tier 2 belt worth, but it looks like it should at least be enough. That's exactly what we want. We want it to be enough. And yet again, I don't think we're gonna fully support the 6 a second belt, but we're mostly supporting the 6 a second belt. Looks like we need probably maybe like 2 more chemical plants to do that. And I mean, we kind of have the space. We definitely could try to get 2 more in here. I don't know if we have the stone to accomplish that, but we could definitely try. We're definitely getting a lot more refined oil in now too, though. But I think having at least 1 full belt of sulfuric acid coming through is probably a good idea. So, 10 machines is it. Yeah, well, maybe it's more than that. Oh no, because it's, yeah, so they make already a minute per machine, and 8 machines. Find it. 40 a minute times 8 machines. 60 is 5.33 a second. So if I wanted to do 6 a second, I would need 9 machines in total. We have 8, so I need 1 more. We can support. Gotta move that power pole though. And then the power pole here. I need another set of Mark III. Extra in. Cool. That should technically be about a full belt. It's not gonna look like it because we're not merging them. A little curious if I do merge them. There's no reason to, but other than just to see if this is actually truly a full belt. Looks like the answer is yes, this is actually a full belt. There we go. We officially have a full belt of sulfuric acid. Oh, I'll merge the lanes, because why not? Oh, that stockpiled up so fast, huh? Oh, cool, I'm burning some coal in here too. Let's go. Burn that first. That's gonna burn real fast. So where is the sulfuric acid being pulled? So I know I'm using it. Look, I think it's purple science, maybe? No, is it alloy? I think it's the alloy, right? Yeah. You're struggling with plastic? No, you're not struggling with plastic, you just aren't getting any plastic in. Actually capped out on the alloy, that's interesting. I guess I'm not really using it very much, right? Probably why. I thought it was being used over here in purple science, though. Am I wrong? No. Alright. I don't remember what it's being used in. Express on is plastic, that's right. That's an eternal struggle. But we've kind of been working on it a little bit. Need a little bit more in there. Graphene over here could be a little bit better. We could use more machines, I think. We're definitely not getting enough refined oil for this to make that much of a difference. Right, or for these to even work. I'm just gonna tear that out. I don't really know what it'd be used. Plastic line. I think it's just going all the way over, yeah. I'm just gonna tear that out. And I'm gonna cut this. Here. So I'm gonna make some room to put some more of these in here. Do like 3 more, I think, for now. See where that leaves us. Look at the stop power because I want to make sure that's being put up. Oh, we'll really know where I'm going to output the hydrogen. I think I'm going to have it just come out and then loop in over here somewhere. Right, like a belt. Like this. Gotta have an eternally janky spaghetti setup over here. With everything we change, nothing truly changes. It is always just a mess of spaghetti belts and whatnot. It looks like 7 is the most we can do over here. I don't think we can get more fire ice than that unless we upgrade this belt. Which, I mean, I don't see why we haven't yet. And this graphene belt, I think, upgrade here. Looks like we're making a little bit more than a normal belt can handle. The hydrogen's fine. I'm not too worried about the hydrogen. Let's make sure everything over here is powered. This thing should be outputting everything now. We should actually be overfilling a little bit. This should actually stockpile slightly. Unless I decide to upgrade this, which I could. Allow us to make a little bit more carbon nanotubing. Do you really need more though? Probably, right? It is used a lot. And the graphene is storing. Albeit a little slowly, but let's add more. That should do. That's about all the space we have over here anyways. There's a little bit more hydrogen moving around. I think this is more graphene. But sounds like fully supporting all of it. Maybe we are now. Now we have a full 6 item per second belt moving. And we're making a little bit extra as well on top. So this actually should be just fine. I'll be making as much as I can. Obviously we could always upgrade it and make it do more, but I think that's fine. Cool. Number 2. That gets more graphene in there. From then it's going to get absolutely obliterated, and any excess sulfuric acid will in here and get utilized. 50%. Probably do that on all of the big ones. Make sure that they're always doing what they need to be doing. Make sure they're always getting resources in for the big vessels. Cool. Getting a lot more acid in. Wow, that built up real quick. I guess that makes sense. We're making a consistent streak of acid now. A mostly consistent streak. Looks like we're not quite getting as much refined oil in, but that's not surprising. We're never really going to get a full belt of refined oil. So I could put one more in just so we're not... That way we're outputting into something rather than outputting, or that way we're outputting and not immediately consuming. That would be a smart thing to do here. Just a little bit more as well, without being too problematic about it. Definitely not gonna fill the lineup, but it'll help give us a little bit more. Alright, that's all that matters, is that we get more. Cool. That's sulfuric acid essentially completely dealt with. I don't remember why we need it so much. Oh, because we also need it for alloy. Yeah, we need it for the alloy, and we need it for graphene. Well, we don't need it for graphene anymore, but we needed it for graphene. We need it for the alloy, which the alloy is used on a bunch of stuff. So that's dealt with. Now we gotta deal with plastic now. I don't quite know how I'm gonna deal with plastic, but we need more plastic. That's the other big one. We need a lot more plastic. We need a lot more of these organic. It's just so much refinement. How fast does this go? In 4 seconds. So in theory, if I wanted an entire tier 2 belt, I would need like 48 of these things running at a time. That's insane. Where's the top of the planet? Over here. Is that a trawler or a cargo ship? I don't know. Something like that. That's cool though. I want to make more of these receivers. Ray receiver. Because these things are doing a good job, but also our power is like fine, but I don't want to make more. You know, I want more power. We're gonna keep scaling stuff, so I think more power would be great. I'm gonna try what's even working closely. Oh, yeah, that's like that is like the place for making plastic. Yeah, we're making so much graphene now. So we need to be more concerned about our plastic. Which, right here, the problem is hydrogen. There's not enough hydrogen. But if we did another setup of oil, which I need to go pick up some stuff actually for that. If I'm out of plants, whatever they're called. Plus, I want to check our mall anyways. Just want to see kind of our position. That's a little awkward. Location of that, because I would need it to be like here. I'm gonna have to flip these a little bit, change up where they are. So if I get the Mark IIs on this side, I can easily set up a thing for them. I don't know if I have room for the storage. I might have to move that over a space so I can press in there, but you know, that wouldn't be too bad. The problem is that I don't have a way to get the full engines in, which admittedly this probably shouldn't even be here. Easier to do it that way in my opinion. I need refineries. I can use some more chemical plants too. I don't think I need any of this. Mini fusion power. Sure. I'll take 50 of those. I don't need any more thermal power plants actually. I should just go in there. Cool. If I want to make more things, we got more than enough accumulators here. I don't want to set up a thing that's making me ray receivers. A lot of resources though. We have a good chunk of it over here though. The hard one is this. We don't have anything making photon combiners. But, fine. Alright, whatever. Let's go get oil dealt with. Just literally right here. Wow. Alright. It's like literally right next to our mall, huh? Little plastic plant. Alright. Well. You know. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Tractor. I actually almost think I want it. No. I don't know how I want to do this. Yeah, so what's the belt for? There? In theory, no matter how I want to do it, it's gonna have to do something like that. I think I just want this oil and put its hydrogen on this line here. I should be able to easily get 4 more in. Let's give it about 4 more things here. I don't know where I want to put them yet though. I honestly kind of think having them nearby would be a good idea, so. That's one's. Wow, these are being built in a weird spot. Okay. Let's put it there, and I just need to deal with it. Here. we go. I don't actually know if like upgrading the belts for oil is worth it or not. Right? Like if I made this like a tier 2, like I don't have to make a difference. It's not making that much. Right? It does do a second. It'd be good if I wanted like a giant array based on having like 4 or 5 of them together, but I don't think I'd want to do that for just what we're doing here. Go. That should be a little bit more oil and a little bit more hydrogen coming through. You know, not a lot more, but a little bit. Every little bit helps here. We just need more plastic. Plastic takes a lot of it. Some of these are just not going to be running. Like, having a little bit more consistent hydrogen is a good. That means we'll run more of these at a time. I think we'll run to about here. Oh, maybe a little bit more. Dang, actually, we're getting a lot more. We might actually get all of it. If not, if this is where it stops, that's totally fine, though. Looks like we're actually starting to back up. Health isn't upgraded yet, is it? Still though, it being like a full Mark 1 belt is huge. That's definitely more than enough for all of this plastic. Problem is, this is not enough plastic. We need more. Not quite sure how I'm gonna get more though. I mean, obviously, like more of these machines, but I don't know if that's really enough. Oh, actually, we actually are filling an entire tier 2 belt. That is insane. But that's also huge. It's good. That's what we want. We want to be filling an entire tier 2 belt. That means we can bring in 2 every second, or 12 every second, sorry. And we need 2 every 3? Oh boy. Ugh. Alright, math time. I need, what, 2 every 3 seconds? We got 12 a second. So in the span of 3 seconds, we're bringing in 36, which PW that 3 second span. So 18 of these would completely use up a tier 1 belt. And these each produce 1 plastic. So I close the calculator and bring it back up. So 18 of those every 3 seconds would be exactly 1 full belt of plastic. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We would need 10 more. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'll work on it. How many does this give us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need one more. It's insane. I don't know if we have enough energetic for this. I might need to upgrade that a little bit, but I think what we do here is cut this and we do a splitter using the wonderful tips we learned yesterday. I don't think we actually changed anything. Never mind. I still need one more in here somewhere, but I could also just kind of concede. Not care. I think might be what I do. I think I might just say screw it and not worry about it. Just because it'll be a lot more effort that way. Right, let's getting nearly one full belt. I think will be more than enough to supply me here. I also built this all out of Mark 1. For Japan was upgraded. I don't know why I did that. That's all Mark 2's. Alright. So a few things we gotta do. We gotta get power. Input sorted. I'm actually just dumping some graphite in these so I can get it out of my inventory. There's so much of my inventory. I got some of it out. There's even more of it. Okay. Then I just need to do output. Here, and then I hook that into the machine rather than onto the belt. I do that like way more than I should. It was like really close-up situations. I just did it again, yeah. There we go. Let me just clean that up. Dump our extras. And hope that that graphite belt is enough. This doesn't use a lot of graphite. Yeah, it's 1 every 3. So in 3 seconds we would need 17, which a 6 per second belt should easily be able to handle because it should be transporting 18 items. There we go. We have way more plastic now. We have an absurd amount of plastic. We have so much plastic, we're actually overflowing the belt. So, do that. Maybe got a little overboard. Just a little bit. But we need a lot of plastic, so. And it looks like this is doing just fine, too. Although the oil is like not doing that great all of a sudden for some reason. It's like not quite a full build now. I don't know what's up with that. I wonder if it's hydrogen. I wonder if you know, yeah, these probably like shut down, so we stop getting in as much hydrogen. What happened? I think I'm just gonna upgrade this hydrogen belt. It doesn't need to be upgraded, but I'm gonna upgrade it for the sake of upgrading it. If for nothing else, to make sure then just to like get the items moving faster. Alright. Oh, it's stockpiling now. Maybe that was a good idea then. Okay, our plastic has significantly slowed down because we are running out of refined oil. And I have absolutely no idea why that is. How's this move? Like kind of chug along. Could I get away with more? Maybe. There's more oil out there. Yeah, I think it's the graphene. I think as the graphene stops working, we stop getting as much hydrogen, and so we stop building this up. That is not... None of these are upgraded. Huh. I guess that makes sense. I think I just upgraded this belt. And that's just a huge amount of stuff that we're trying to consume. A little shocked the graph. Like, it's actually doing just fine. But I guess that's probably because the wheels aren't. I think that's all that on my story. Well, that's still more plastic. No matter what, it still should be more plastic. Even if only a little bit more. Let's go to my production. Plastic should be in the raw resource. Yeah. There's like a section for like oil stuff. Plastic. We're making 340 a minute. Consuming about 240. That's good. We're making more plastic than we're consuming. You love to see it. We're making a lot more graphene than we're consuming. Good. Carbon nanotubes, however, are not the same. The organic crystals are literally, and titanium crystals are literally gated by themselves. So, but what I think I can do now, I think I can convert some of this actually into organic crystals. Since we need more though. Like that's the big issue, titanium, is we need more organic crystals. Just don't have them. So what I could do, right, is we could have, this thing is bringing in plastic, albeit for, you know, it's storing plastic, but we could have it exporting plastic, telling it to be a demander. Maybe not a demand. No. It could build just a small tower, or have one of the other towers, like this one that's not really using anything. We could tell this one to bring in plastic, and just have the plastic come in through that, to go over the belt here, and the plastic needs to be back here. Yeah, I think I'll just build a tower right here as well. Have to be a plastic tower. And then convert these all into organic crystal. Do that. All is probably a little much. Need to redo some of this stuff. Need to redo inputs and outputs on all of this. Those are fine. Really, we don't need that much. This graphite belt's going to turn to a output. Don't know what that belt's from, but it's again, I just have more graphite in my inventory. It's probably way more than we should be making, but here we are, making more. If I remember right, this recipe is really slow, so there's no reason for me to... Oh. Air chicken. 6 seconds? Yeah, well, that's plenty fast. Alright, and then small tower. Literally just put it like back up here. Actually, you know what? We can turn this just into a graphite storage, I guess. And we need that for other stuff, so letting it store graphite is probably not a bad idea. So graphite, wire, plastic, command. I don't have any drones on me, I gotta go pick some up. And then, I don't know, they could do something else as well. Oh, I'll put plastic in. And then input. Then we also need the water. We probably need another pump for the water, if I'm being honest. Alright, cool. I don't know how much better that's gonna be, but just start seeing a little bit more. Obviously, we gotta wait on like some stuff. I gotta go pick up some drones real quick. To do that, should be over here. Memory serves me correctly. No, here. Yeah, drones. I still got like a full. I think that's a good chunk of those. The drones, like back. I should make sure all of the towers and stuff have the correct amount of drones and stuff too. But like that one's got like 99. I had like some weird numbers in some of them. 50. 89 here. 50. 100. 50. Alright, cool. Oh, that one had 89, I think. No. 100. Then these ones over here. 50. All of this for a lot of nothing. Kind of crazy. $50, $100. You don't have any. How did that happen? Oh, you have a bunch of your own drones. 50, 100. No big ones though. Hold on there. No. Then 50. Yeah. That should be all of these towers with drones and cargoes They're called. What are they called? Logistic vessels. I should be getting in more plastic here, if it can. And storing a small supply of energy. I don't know what this graphite's from. It is excess over here that is being used on essentially nothing now. For myself for later. There. Play of the month. Cool. Here's my stack size. Can still be a supplier, I guess. There's no reason for you to supply plastic. I was feeling that the plastic demand would have been smarter. So right now we're at the whim of the drones, but these things should be good. That's power. Power's creeping up. Makes sense. We're using a lot of stuff now. Oh, probably yellow science. If I had to guess, it's please. Oh my god, it's probably a severe lack of yellow science. Got pick up right now. Very nice. Oh yeah, there's like nothing in there. Yeah, there's like no yellow cubes. Okay. Well, that's kind of why we did what we just did. In all honest, partially to help fix that. A little bit more yellow science. Doing like a whole bunch of stuff on the other monitor. There we go. Alright. Yellow science should be better. Not much, but better. We should be getting more of these earth crystals now, so we should be able to get a little bit more of this stuff. I don't know how much more, but more. Well, actually, it's spreading a decent amount now. I'm trying to make a little bit more yellow science. Still not great, but it's more. But we're kind of at the whim of the drones right now. While this doesn't have anything, we're not going to make any. I gotta hope the drones do their job. I can't wait for water to be the thing constraining me over here. Oh, drones delivered. I almost want to like upgrade the belt. Like, it's a bad idea because we don't need it upgraded. I almost want to just to make it a little bit faster. Hit more location. Does that make sense? We're also getting a lot more refined oil coming through over here right now because, you know, that's kind of cool. It's creating a little bit more sulfuric acid on top of what we already have. That's good. Really stockpiling resources. Yeah. I mean, this is just going to be kind of a drone nightmare. Go check out plastic. Which... no, you're consuming plastic, right? Yeah. That's part of where our plastic's going, is going to purple science. I'm at the wrong pole. Up the north. But, you know, who doesn't assume it? How's this running? Hello? I mean, this plastic is just going to be in constant. We need more oil. Like, we need more refined oil. That's just the end of it. Like, there is nothing else to say here. We just need more oil. We always need more oil. Our graphene's not getting utilized nearly as much, so we're having a hard time getting some excess hydrogen here. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. We got more oil things not too far from here. Right? We got one that's here. What I'm gonna do, I am gonna rock a tier 2 belt on this. I'm just gonna bring it up and connect in. Okay, upgrade that. Upgrade that. That's the whole belt. Okay. I should be able to get like 5 or 6 more in, no problem. With this. It'll give us a lot more resources to work. Production. That's gonna be too close, isn't it? Or no? No! Look. Need a little bit more space here. It's held room. They're all marked easy. Honestly, that's 2. You get probably about 6 more. One, 2, 3, 4. That should be without any real issue. That. Awkwardly squiggle that in there. Slightly less awkwardly link that one up. Like so. Awesome. Double checking, yes, inner line of hydrogen. There we go. I think it's more. I don't know how much more that's really going to be, but it's certainly more. Which means we're getting more plastic, which means we can hopefully get more other stuff. Right? More plastic means more crystals, more whatever else plastic is being used on. Triple science, I think. Just more of everything. Triple science is completely halted right now. The hydrogen is actually backing up. We're not using it fast enough. Almost just want to make 2 lines of the oil here. Right? Just like really ramp up. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. If 14 of those are working at all times, we should actually be overloading. Right? This hydrogen backing up is going to start to become a problem very quick. We need to consume it after. This is why I'm thinking of making a second line. So we can feed the second line into a second setup of this stuff. Might be the play. I want to do something like that. I want to leave the space for the second line of oil. Run like a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Right? Then give it space for belts. Then run it through. Little Maze actually had all that. Upgraded belt just in case. I don't think it needs to be, but, you know. Yeah, I think doing a second line would be a good call here. But I think actually what I do here is I just do another footer on this. I don't know if I have for this. Might have to be a little jank. It's not to be a little jank. That's okay. Run this on the outer line. So. All of this just for a little bit of plastic. No? We're not even like close to being done setting this all up. Looks like our graphite is not quite keeping up. I might need. I am out of Mark II belts. Alright, we'll be back. Gotta go pick up some belts. Mall should be over here. Pick up all the belts. Cool. And then here's the massive plastic. Yeah, I think we want to up this. Probably 6. Probably going to handle a little bit better as far as placement, but eh. Whatever works. That looks a little weird, but fine. Works, it works. And then we need more. Basically doubled what we have, so another 8. Okay. There we go. That should for sure be more energy to graphite. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Should hopefully be enough. I certainly hope it's enough. Okay. All of this is plastic. All plastic. Every last one of it. Alright. Let me start using up this hydrogen. So, for that, it's gonna be awkward. I was gonna set up another like row of this on the other side of it, but thinking about it, that doesn't make a lot of sense because I'm gonna have a hard time getting the. Well, no, because I want a second line of refinement, so I don't want to be putting it back in necessarily. Maybe I do. No, I probably want it to be coming in. Or maybe not, right? I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's gonna be weird, but. What I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna do. Move power poles. Oh, that's gonna be a problem actually. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Power lines are going to be an issue because I don't have. Oh, I did. I've got space on this side. There we go. Okay. In theory... Right, like that, and then... That's being built kinda in a weird spot, huh? That's where the belt needs to be. Visualize the belt. So I know exactly how I have to place this. Okay, it's a little bit more. We'll see how this works. Because it technically is going to bleed the line a little bit. So half of our plastic's going to not really see a lot. And I would probably want to just set up a second supply line of some kind. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, I didn't think about that. These also need to be spaced so that they're not interfering. So... Here... Here. Here. I'll just space them as they need to be. I have nowhere to output. Okay. This is gonna be a complicated thing here if I want to do it like this. I think I want to not do it like this. As much as it seems like that's the play, I don't think that's the play. We need to get this hydrogen out of here, though. The more it backs up, the less we're going to get of the refined oil, somewhat ironically. need a way to consume more without actually doing much. Well, easiest way I can go about that immediately is going to be adding one more here. Because that we can handle without any issues. That won't cause any problem. And in fact, it's beneficial. And then if I want to do more, probably a good way to do it. A full second line? I don't think I could do a full second line the way this is currently. It's definitely using a little bit more of the hydrogen. Not much. And definitely not enough. I have a couple too many here. I got like 2. And just kind of watch the hydrogen and see how that goes. Just gotta keep in mind too that we also have graphene potentially being pulled from as well here, or to add in extra hydrogen. So we gotta make sure the hydrogen is being used almost exactly. Now we're using it a little too fast. I guess that probably makes sense. But we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 15, making 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, and we have some extra coming from back here. Yeah, that's probably fine. Looks like we're getting one full delta, roughly a full delta of oil now. Our hydrogen is still backing up, actually. It's like steady now, though, so that's good. It's definitely a little bit better. We could fit one more in. I don't know if it's a good idea. Actually, the hydrogen? I don't know. The hydrogen's being kind of weird. Looks like it might actually be being consumed a little bit faster, which would make sense, because we should be consuming about 15, and we're not quite making 15 unless the graphene's working. Even then, I think we're making a little for 15. 6. Every 2 seconds. Right, one every 2 seconds. No, one every 4 seconds, actually. These are actually faster than these are. Now we're backing up again on hydrogen. So hydrogen's the problem. I need to consume hydrogen faster. While also getting more refined oil. In a weird way, I almost want to like loop this around. Find another like refined oil line to bring it up here, and then have it like jump up and then come around over here and then into where it needs to be over here. I think would actually be into a splitter on top of this one. I can do that, right? I can make, yeah. I don't know if that would be... Okay, that would be able to do it. Yeah, we would be able to build that. But on this side, it's a lot easier. Yeah, that's doable. Albeit, not like incredibly, but doable. Theory. Okay, the resources are here in place to do this. Let's get this set up, and I'll figure out how I want to do it. And line of refined oil here. We just need an absurd amount of plastic. I'm amazed that worked. This one is gonna be a little awkward. It gets in there, that's all that matters. I'm gonna just mirror this side for the rest of it. Cool. Alright. So getting more oil, refined oil. I think we might want those 2 plants back. And actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna use a splitter on the refined oil somewhere. Although we're actually burning through the hydrogen now. Well, perhaps it's not fully necessary. And that should be the case, right? We should be using up the hydrogen more because we're not producing as much of it. As we're trying to use. We're getting more. We just need so much more plastic. It's all refined oil. Kind of crazy though, like, even still, we're not quite getting a full belt despite all of this. We have all this happening, we still don't have a full belt. That is crazy to me. Like, how much more of this do we need to make it a full belt? I think I'll put one more back in, for sure. We can definitely handle one more. I don't know about two, though. There's a little bit more stuff to work with. Thankfully, we're using the hydrogen. That's good. That was the big concern. We need to make sure we're using up all of the hydrogen. Which we are. The other question is just if we can get enough refined oil. It's all tier 2, right? All marked. The whole thing is marked. Thing over here? Yeah, that whole belt is marked too. Whole belt is marked. Not quite full. Like, it's close, but it's not quite there. And so it starts slowing down a little bit because we're gonna stop using some of the machines here, I think. And this for a little bit. Now that hydrogen is getting much more scarce. It's not stockpiling at the end anymore. Still better. A little bit more plastic. Well, if we can ever find a way to get a lot of refined oil in there, right? And double up the plastic. I don't know if we're gonna have a way to do that easily right now. I mean, I could a few more of these down, right? They're making what? 2 a second and like 3 a second, so it's 5 a second. And how fast is this again? Like 2 every like 4 seconds or something, right? Yeah. So half a second. We get 5. So we could run 10 of these. All on the same oil. So I could get what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get one more in and it's more than fine. That's not gonna give me enough like hydrogen. When these work a little bit. That's gonna give me too much hydrogen. Maybe it's just because we had like a lot coming in from these over here. All right, you know what? Whatever. We're gonna put another thing down. We're gonna put this one back down. I just need more. That's all. We just need more. I don't think we'll ever have too little of any of this stuff. We'll see how this works out. We gotta wait a little bit for it to all kind of like catch up to itself, but we'll see. I mean, if we start like really backing up on hydrogen, right, we could always consider making more conversions and stuff. Not entirely sure what to do about it though. Not quite enough. And we're not using the hydrogen as fast anymore. But we also have a lot of extra coming in from the graphene, it looks like right now. It's always a concern. But I also don't think we could build this around the graphene's hydrogen. As strange as that is. Because that doesn't work very often. It only works when we need extra graphene. Admittedly, there's a lot that comes through there. Not like an insane amount. We should, I think, start to use up the hydrogen. I think it's only going to back up while the graphene's running. Maybe that's okay. Even so, though, it's not quite a full build. I think maybe getting like 2 or 3 more in here. It's gonna be a little awkward, but I think if we can get a couple more in here. We can at least have one full. I have to space these a little weird because of the way that this is kind of shaped. Okay. So yep. This is gonna be a really janky spot to do this. We'll be like very manual with this. Hopefully, this will get us a full belt of the one. Easily. It might be a little too much. That's good. A little too much, that's not a bad thing. More refined oil actually, I think, is good for it. So it would let us do a little bit more. That's good. I hope he's supplying almost all of it. Know that it's seemingly a proper full line of 12%. Cool, cool, cool. That's more plastic, at least. So, for how long? I don't know. Because hydrogen's a concern, obviously. Because now, how much hydrogen are we really getting in? Not a lot. We're using up so much of it now. Point where I almost need more, like, just raw oil. But we're also, like, kind of backing up. Over here? Maybe it's okay. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I guess in the worst case, right, we have more hydrogen potentially coming in anyways from over here. Whenever that needs to happen. But... oh well. I would love to have the second plastic here, but I don't know if we're gonna get it ever. It's gonna be kind of hard, because we're gonna need a whole secondary setup of oil stuff to do it. I want to go check on this. Right, because this is taking in plastic. It is not consuming it very fast. So a little bit of room. Alright, I think this is actually going well. Yeah, we're making an absurd amount of these things now. We're actually backing up for once, which means we can actually increase our science for yellow for once. Put 2 more on. Upgrade all of that. Actually, I think I want to upgrade this bit. Did that hit the whole thing? It... oh. I don't need to, but I will. You can tell which ones I converted. Oh. It almost looks like water is the limiter right now, which I'm not surprised with. Always stone. Oh. Do I have any nearby stone? You don't see anything? Nothing's happening. Don't worry about it. Nothing's going on. You don't see anything. Stop it. Stop looking. Don't look. Probably don't need like 3 more. I'm probably just gonna put 1 more, maybe 2. And that should be more than enough. Yeah, water is actually the thing limiting these right now. You definitely need at least 1 more water pump. I gotta wait on stuff, but for the last thing we do here, it looks like our plastic actually is like kind of fixed itself a little bit. We don't need like nearly as much as I thought we did. Honestly, not gonna stop me. Probably gonna try to go way overboard on plastic, but we can worry about that next time, I think. Let's put 2. Because this needs to be, like, going. We need a lot of water if we want to keep these crystals moving. But I'd like to make sure these are all good. What is happening? What? Weird animation. Kinda like it, though. Hopefully that gives us enough water. I'm upgrading this bill. It's too slow. Maybe I do need another. Maybe I do need 4. I guess I didn't consider how much water this would need. Okay, we're good. We're good. This should all be working. The next thing we would want to consider is upgrading this, making more of these. These are also like kind of slow, right? Yeah. So 4-second crafting time. That's what, for 1? A lot of titanium too. This actually gets to input some on the line. That's crazy. Sick though. More than enough water. That's just a matter of if there's enough plastic. And this being upgraded, we're definitely never gonna reach this mark with this the way it is now, but I'm not necessarily trying to mark so much as we're trying to just use up or make as much of it as possible and get it moving as quickly as possible. We can maybe add like 2 more in here as well. That's like 2 over here. Although output's gonna be awkward. Actually, I don't need to do that quite like that. Like that. So that whole thing's gonna need to move, I guess, at some point, right? But let's just move it. Whole section needs to be one space over. There's titanium I need to be upgraded too. I need a little bit more in here. This uses a lot of titanium, even if it is a slow crafting time, right? It's still titanium. We're stockpiling? We're still stockpiling on the crystals. Good. We're not quite stockpiling. Titanium definitely needs a bit of a boost. But we're starting to empty those boxes, which is good. Alright. Well. We've increased our yellow science production by a small margin, so that's good. 7.5. Well, take a quick peek. Last minute. About 106 now. Red's slow, but I think that's just because we're so overstocked on those. They're all at about 100 a minute. That's not too bad. It's hard to tell with red, just because I think red is like super backed up, right? Oh. Oh no, it's not that red's super backed up. Red just isn't getting any hydrogen anymore. Because we're full on... Yep. Okay. Yeah, no, we're gonna hydrogen, I think, again. That power pole. That doesn't even need to be there. Alright, there we go. That should fix that a little bit. That should help. And where's our sulfuric acid was like being so bad. There's so much refined oil over here now that I'll do with it. Also always do like a demand or something over here or something too. Give them hydrogen. Okay, well that partially fixes the problem that we were having, as we were having. Got a little bit more space, we could definitely fit more in here too, but a little cramped. Fortunately. And if I can move that back one, then we could fit one more in here. I don't know how much that would help. We have a graphite line completely empty from over here. I mean, it makes sense. They've got so much graphite, like, all over the place here, and most of it's not even going anywhere. In a way, I almost want to pull a line out from here. Have it come onto this. It's a bad idea, because then these I have nowhere to like output to, but might not be like the worst thing to do. I think, okay, if I upgrade this to a like a Mark II, that actually wouldn't be a terrible idea. Right, because then I can just use a Mark 1. To come out and populate the line a little bit. Upgrade a little bit more of it. There we go. That gives plenty of time and room for these to output still, and it gives us a normal Mark 1 belt worth of hydrogen backing up over here. Perfect. There we go. Fill up real quick, and then I think I'm going to be it today. These are now mostly working. I think we can do that now. Those are Mark II, yeah, okay. So some of these aren't working. Looks like just because I can't get the fight. I think we just need more. More inserters of the graphite, and that should be fine. But we have like so many like of this graphite moving around that it's hard to tell where some of it begins and where some of it ends. Because we're using some of it here. Like this line, we could like have be that instead. We don't even need this here, and then this just like moves on over to this, which I don't know what's going on here. I think we have so much of this stuff just like everywhere. It's hard to know what's going on with any of it. I think this was, yeah, this is not being stored in here because it was being used up over here for stuff, but now I'm not using it for anything. So our oil is just Our refined oil is shockingly a little too much right now. Never thought that would happen. We should probably have like a tank somewhere for it. Like an actual like tank like somewhere at the end of the line. But I did not do that, and now I'm kind of paying the price for it. Oh well. We'll figure this out, I think, tomorrow. We gotta figure out this graphite situation over here. And try to get more of this refined oil to get spent. There's not a lot to use it on over here, though. Unless I want to just, like, super ramp organic crystal production, which is probably not a bad idea. Right? I don't really need the sulfuric acid as much. So just getting more of the crystals is probably a good idea. So that's probably what we'll end up doing with it. We'll probably end up turning it into more crystals. I can pull water from over here and just jump the line and have it come across, and then we just have a second row of this. And we can try to use some of the space up here to increase these titanium crystals. Get more of those. This should all probably be like that to make sure that it properly fills both lines. We're getting a lot of these crystals now, these titanium ones. Good, that's what we want. We want a bunch. We want science to keep up, which looks like it's... I think we're already making more than we need. Going one more. We'll see how that does. But we're getting a lot of these titanium crystals anyways for later stuff, so it'll be a good idea to have a big stockpile of them. And we can just like run the belt or something into a tower somewhere. We're good with that. But I'm a bit over on time. It's so easy to just like lose track of time with this game. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. And tomorrow we can work on more stuff. Right, fixing red science is kind of the big priority. And then kind of going from there. Right, probably starting up green science soon. Still have to do a lot of the research for it, but we can probably get started tomorrow with it once we fix our science. Yeah. If you don't know, VODs, that's the thing, exclamation point VODs, that pulls that up in the chat. Also links on the channel page and stuff. Yeah. Opium ESC the next day, that's when they go up. Almost forgot that. But yeah, that's all I got, so going tomorrow. So until then.